Are you a history expert? Test it with 30 questions. Which city in ancient Greece was considered the cradle of democracy? Sparta, Delphi, or Athens? Athens introduced the first direct democracy in the 5th century BC, where male citizens made political decisions in the assembly. Which great empire was conquered by Alexander the Great? Roman Empire, Persian Empire, or Egyptian Empire? Alexander the Great defeated the Persian Empire under King Darius III, extending his realm to India and blending Greek and Persian cultures. Which ancient civilization is known for inventing the alphabet? Phoenicians, Romans, or Greeks? The Phoenicians developed a 22-letter alphabet that served as a model for many modern writing systems, including the Greek and Latin alphabets. Who is considered the author of the Iliad? Hesiod, Sophocles, or Homer? Homer is regarded as the author of the Iliad and the Odyssey, two of the most important works of ancient Greek literature. Who was the first Roman emperor? Julius Caesar, Nero, or Augustus? Augustus, originally Octavian, became emperor in 27 BC and established the Roman Empire after defeating Julius Caesar's assassins. Which ancient city was destroyed by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD? Herculaneum, Pompeii, or Ostia? The eruption of Mount Vesuvius buried Pompeii in ash and lava, making it one of the best preserved archaeological sites to this day. Which ancient wonder was located on the island of Rhodes? Lighthouse of Alexandria, Colossus of Rhodes, or Temple of Artemis? The Colossus of Rhodes was a 32-meter-tall statue of the sun god Helios, destroyed by an earthquake in 226 BC. Which empire was significantly expanded and united by Charlemagne? Frankish Empire, Roman Empire, or Byzantine Empire? Between 768 and 814, Charlemagne expanded the Frankish Empire to include much of modern-day France, Germany, and northern Italy. Which famous English king led the Crusades? Henry VIII, Richard the Lionheart, or William the Conqueror? Richard the Lionheart led the Third Crusade, 1189 to 1192, fighting Sultan Saladin and earning fame for his bravery. Which region remained untouched by the Mongol expansion under Genghis Khan? Japan, India, or China? Japan was spared from Mongol invasions as powerful typhoons thwarted both attempts. Which major city fell to the Ottoman Empire in 1453? Athens, Constantinople, or Venice? The fall of Constantinople to Sultan Mehmed II marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, and the city became the Ottoman capital. Which language was referred to as the lingua franca of medieval Europe? French, Greek, or Latin? Latin was the language of scholars, the church, and administration in Europe, used until the early modern period. Who discovered Greenland? Erik the Red, Leif Erikson, or Thorvald Asvaldsson? Erik the Red discovered Greenland in the 10th century and named it to attract settlers, despite its icy terrain. In what year did Christopher Columbus discover America? 1488, 1492, or 1501? Columbus reached the Caribbean in 1492 while seeking a western sea route to India, beginning the Age of Exploration. Which ruler built the Palace of Versailles? Napoleon Bonaparte, Francis I, or Louis XIV? Louis XIV, known as the Sun King, built Versailles as a symbol of absolute power, making it France's political center. Which battle in 1588 marked the decline of the Spanish Armada? Battle of Gravelines, Battle of Trafalgar, or Battle of Lepanto? The Battle of Gravelines in 1588 saw the English Navy defeat the Spanish Armada, establishing England as a leading naval power. Did you enjoy it so far? Then subscribe to QuizPro. Which famous English queen was the daughter of Henry VIII? Mary Stuart, Elizabeth I, or Catherine of Aragon? Elizabeth I reigned from 1558 to 1603, ushering in the cultural Elizabethan age. Which city was the center of the Hanseatic League? Hamburg, Bremen, or Lübeck? Lübeck was the leading trade city of the Hanseatic League, dominating commerce in the Baltic and North Sea regions. Which famous Italian artist painted The Last Supper? Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, or Raphael? Leonardo da Vinci painted The Last Supper between 1495 and 1498 in the convent of Santa Maria delle Grazie in Milan. What event sparked the French Revolution in 1789? Execution of Louis XVI, storming of the Bastille, or National Assembly founding? The storming of the Bastille on July 14, 1789, symbolized the beginning of the French Revolution and resistance to monarchy. Which country was united by Otto von Bismarck in 1871? Germany, Italy, or Austria? Otto von Bismarck orchestrated the unification of Germany in 1871, forming the German Empire from multiple principalities. Which ship sank in 1912? Titanic, Britannic, or Lusitania? The Titanic sank on April 15, 1912, after hitting an iceberg, resulting in over 1,500 deaths. Which treaty officially ended World War I? Treaty of Trianon, Treaty of Versailles, or Treaty of Saint-Germain? The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, ended World War I and imposed heavy reparations on Germany. In what year did the New York stock market crash, known as Black Friday? 1929, 1930, or 1931? The 1929 stock market crash marked the start of the Great Depression, causing widespread unemployment and a global economic downturn. Which U.S. president declared the beginning of the space program in 1961? Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, or Lyndon B. Johnson? John F. Kennedy announced the goal of landing a man on the moon by the end of the decade, achieved in 1969 with Apollo 11. When did the Berlin Wall fall? 1987, 1989, or 1991? The Berlin Wall fell on November 9, 1989, marking the end of Germany's division and paving the way for reunification. Which world-famous activist fought against apartheid in South Africa? Desmond Tutu, Mahatma Gandhi, or Nelson Mandela? Nelson Mandela led the anti-apartheid movement and became South Africa's first black president in 1994 after 27 years in prison. When was the euro introduced as a currency? 1999, 2000, or 2002? The euro was introduced on January 1, 2002, in 12 countries and is now used by 20 member states of the Eurozone. Who became the first African-American U.S. president in 2008? Jesse Jackson, Barack Obama, or Colin Powell? Barack Obama was elected in 2008 and focused on reforms such as the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. Which global pandemic began in 2020? Bird flu, swine flu, or COVID-19? The COVID-19 pandemic began in late 2019 in Wuhan, China, and caused widespread global health and economic challenges. How many of the 30 questions did you get right?